Hey everybody, it's Andy's free guitar chart videos here. Welcome to my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook group friends. And anyone who's found this video, like and subscribe, share, and hope you enjoy and learn something about guitar through the art of charting. And today we have a format that we're going to follow that we're going to start on the newest chart and not work our way up. And we can do that because we had a lesson yesterday or 2 days ago, so we kind of caught up the charts. So I thought it'd be interesting to spend a little bit of time or more time on the current chart, which is 339 here. Okay, so it's chart 339, pentatonic modals for sub-shape methods. And by the way, I want to put a little more understanding into reading these titles. I know I kind of hide behind, what state of mind was I in when I made this title? You know, I'm just reading it now. I don't really agree with it, but no, I agree with everything on this chart. It's really a piece of art. We have double cage playaways up on top here. Double cage playaway fretboard. We have the CCAGED fretboard, which is in the middle here, okay, which we do by the numbers, and we'll see how that works out. And also the regular cage chart with the modals. Okay, sounds like, you know, cage soup down here. And that's also what I thought might be good to call as the bar chord cages. So let's get back down here. Oh yeah, and then we have the standard. Now this is important enough to just zoom in for a second here. We have 1 major, 4 major, and 5 major. Okay, so I had to fix this as 4 major and 5 major. So it's 1, 4, 5. Right? Good love. And by the way, I just woke up. I'm tired. I made the chart. I finished it this morning. Actually, I made the entire chart between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. I'm tired, but I thought maybe we could exploit that tiredness. We could exploit that tiredness in such a way that I could slow down for you guys, and so for also for beginners, but for anybody who needs a little more explaining, and we'll just take it a little slower. Okay. So I'll put me back here where I like to be, over in this corner here. So we've got the 1 major, 4 major, and the 5 major. Okay, so let's look at just over here with the A regular cage, good old-fashioned cage barred chords. There's a pattern stack. There's string shapes. We call them string shapes. Start on a 2-3. They're really just chord fragments. The most important thing to remember about the string shaped chord fragments, whatever you want to call them, is it doesn't matter which one you start on. It matters, for instance, when you're playing a scale, one might say it doesn't matter where you start on the scale as long as you follow the scale. So if this is your C major scale, it doesn't matter where you start on that C major scale. Okay, I mean, here's an octave up, but it doesn't matter where you start on that scale as long as you follow the scale up from there. So say we start on the 5th. Okay, so that would be 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, or we start on the 4th. The 4th would be 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the dashes are the accidentals. if we can move these scales around on a guitar string, then the accidentals are virtual accidentals. But in the key of C, I've got the notes labeled here as accidentals, so they're dark notes. Okay, so if you wanted to play all the dark notes, you'd be playing a G flat pentatonic scale. G flat. Now that I realized took on a D shape, so I didn't know it right away that I was going to be in the D position. Okay. However, they're virtual accidentals. So that's the exciting thing about the chord shapes and the cage system, is you can move it around, and if you know where the notes are, I know where they are because I labeled them. A lot of lifetime or very serious guitar players know where all the notes are because they know where they are. On the piano, I know where the notes are because they're easier to see. F sharp, G flat, same note. One was an octave up, one was an octave down, but it doesn't matter in the cage system. What we want to learn how to do is build scales from any scale degree. So here's the stack, the pattern stack. This is for C, C, A, G, E, D. Okay, where's the C, C? Here's C, and then skip one, there's another C, skip one, there's A, skip one, there's E, skip one. Okay, where's our two E's right here? We have the C, the second C, we skip one down there. We have the A, we're going to skip one. Where'd our G go? Okay, we're going to get to our G in a second. This is the cage C, C, A, G, E, E, D. I know for a fact that we skipped two cage positions to get to the string build. So A5, okay, we don't want to skip on the string build. We want to skip positions on the actual KGED. So if we start on the A5, we're going to go to the next string up as the ER. We're going to skip two positions here. 1, 2, and then we're there. Then we're going to skip two positions from there. E, C to C4. Then from C4 we're going to go to E7. C4, skip two positions, E7. This is the E7 one, this is the RE one. So those kind of things work. Let's not try and crunch the system to one particular little diagram. These little guys here are supposed to make it easier, so let's not use these for positioning, skipping positions and stuff. I just want to show you this. This is the pattern build for modal. This is the pattern build for caged, although you can do modal cage pattern builds in this diagram also, just by simply starting on whatever note you want and then finishing the pattern up. This is the pattern that goes to the right, so it goes away from the fret nut. This is the pattern that goes to the left, so it can cause big problems when it goes to the left and you've got your finger bar, a capo, or the fret nut. But when you have your finger barred, you can, when you're doing an arpeggio, you can always just take your finger off and play it. So that's why these are so valuable for playing leads. And these are valuable for playing to the right away from the fret nuts. Starting on the A5, if we have it down here, I'm down C tuned here, okay? So we just play that A5. So now I'm on the 7 root 2 already. You see, it's pulling me away from the fret nut. Whereas if I tried that A5 pattern from here, here's your A. There we go, 5, 6. Right there, I couldn't get that 7 because it'd be in no string, no playland. It's a sunken note.